Assalamu alaikum. Distinguished audience, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to express my sincere pleasure as I'll be speaking on behalf of Engineer Karim Mahmoud, Chief Executive Officer of the Egyptian Gas Regulatory Authority, regarding a dream that is becoming a reality. I'll take you in a small journey that will simplify the efforts of years and different levels of participation. We will have a look about the regulatory framework, market overview, challenges, and the future of gas market. Where we are. Now the market is public monopoly. The public monopoly, normally, it doesn't need a regulation, since the government is the sole operator and the regulator. The EGAS and EGPC have an exclusive access to the public supplier, and the prices are determined. Furthermore, when we start getting partial competition, we will need the regulator. The regulator will implement some tools to address new competitive markets. These rules regarding potential anti-competitive practices, licensing frameworks, and tariffs. In the end, if full competition is in the market, the regulator role will start to be limited, where the market will be regulating itself. The new gas law was issued in August 2017. Some of its scope was to establish an independent gas regulator to monitor the market, the regulation of the downstream activities like transportation, distribution, storage, if there is storage in Egypt, introducing the third-party access, gradually opened the gas market to competition, and the unbundling of the activities. The involvement of the gas regulator started in 2013 with the technical assistance of the EU and the World Bank to support the reform of the energy sector in Egypt. In August 2017, the gas law was issued by the Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi after the approval of the parliament. In October 2017, the first CEO was appointed by the Prime Minister. On the 14th of February, the executive regulation was issued by the Prime Minister. And on the 18th of February, the Gas Reg Board was appointed. And the first meeting was held on the 27th of February. To have a look on the current gas market, EGAS EGPC owns the gas and the grid. They make the gas supply contracts with the big consumers. They transmit the gas through the high-pressure grids and the medium and low grids to the consumers through the GASCO and the different distribution companies with an unfair tariff. The EGAS gives the approval to the GASCO and the other LDCs to make contracts for the medium and small consumers. This is the current market. The new market in the future, the gas regulator will regulate the downstream activities. Licenses will be granted to the shippers, including EGAS and others, allowing third-party access to the transmission network with a fair tariff and without discrimination. Let's have a look to the consumer side. We will have two consumer parts, eligible consumers and non-eligible consumers. Eligible consumers will be able to choose their own suppliers. The prices will be agreed between the supplier and the consumer, and they can procure the gas on their own. The non-eligible consumer will stay to supply by their current suppliers, and the prices are set by the Cabinet of Ministers. The eligibility criteria will be set by the Cabinet of Ministers and periodically revised. The objective of market regulation. First, it's the encouraging of new investment, diversification of supply source, introducing competition, fair market play, quality of service, and consumer protection. Why GasReg is mandate? To regulate the relationship among the market participants, issue the licenses to carry out the gas market activities, approving the codes for the operation, setting tariff calculation methodologies, setting rules to allow the third-party access without discrimination. These are some of the activities among a lot of activities GasReg will be responsible of. One of the important things we need to look is what is the impact on the stakeholders. Economy, we will reduce the energy subsidy, attract new investment, increase competition, economic growth. For public suppliers, the availability to the value-added projects like petrochemicals to achieve return on investments, opportunity to compete in free market, while what is in it for the consumer is the diversifying of the supply sources, better prices and quality of service. They can choose and switch between the suppliers and elevate suppressed demand. If you excuse me to check what's the market overview. Of course, we have the largest and longest gas transmission pipeline network in Africa and in the Middle East. 7,485 kilometers of transmission lines, 38,000 for distribution grids. We have entry points to the market and exit points from the market. Entry points is the importing pipelines, the LNG regasification, the national production fields. The exit points are the interconnection with the exporting pipelines, interconnection with local distribution networks, premises of the final consumer, the LNG liquefaction terminals. The gas consumption in BCF from 2005 till 2020. Consumption in 2005 was approximately 1,200 BCF, and it is planned to reach to 2020 to 2,400 BCF. The gas consumption by sector, 61% is electricity, 24% is industry, 10% petrochemicals and housing. The prices of the gas are in the long-term contracts that are in the sales contracts have two types. One is set by the ministerial decree, and it varies from $3 for the MMBTU to $8 per MMBTU also. And some of the contracts are set by formula, which is linked to the final product or to the Brent price. And these are long-term contracts between the e-gas or any of the LDCs and the consumers. What are the challenges GasReg have? Legacy contracts, price reform, introducing competition, monitoring and quality of service, GasReg credibility, and above all is the resistance. Further regulatory steps we are getting and procedure we are starting to do. We are going to make license issuance, propose plan for gradual market liberalization, awareness sessions for the market players, to continue the necessary procedures for the full establishment of the GasReg, launching GasReg website, seeking continuous technical assistance. The future of gas market. The normal path to maturity for any gas hub is the start with a third-party access to the pipeline. The third-party access was given and started with the new law that was issued in 2017. And this is the first step for the gas hub. If we check Egypt's opportunity, as the previous speakers said, we have, of course, geographic positions, we have a mature industry, we have an excellent infrastructure, we have export points, we have import points, we don't have trading, we have now the political will to change to the gas hub. The expected regional benefits: to sustain regional strategic goal of energy supply diversification via providing an alternate supply route and source, promote regional cooperation and economic development, thus enhancing geopolitical stability in the Eastern Mediterranean, attaining energy security in the region, improving the investment climate, and sustain the economic worthiness from the existing infrastructure. Thank you very much, and if you have any queries, please you can contact us in this email addresses. Thank you.